the indigo into the magenta. So I'm just coming around and getting that done. All right, now I'm going to wipe off my pencil. See the magenta color? I'm going to blend that now into the, I always forget the name of this damn color. Ginger. Now the person I saw use these colors and color up her girl like this. I mean, I'm not exactly sure she used these colors. I'm not sure she used this technique. I'm not even sure she used pencils. I just like the way it turned out. I'm like, oh, I have to do that. That is so cool. Okay, from there, well, you know what? Let's also just go ahead and go down to the arm down here. Make sure you guys are seeing this. Yeah, we're going to go down to this armpit here. Let's go around the blue. Blend the blue into the magenta. Wipe our pencil off. Blend the magenta into the lighter color. The color I can never remember the damn name of. So somebody's yelling at me. Okay, now let's go ahead and take ginger root. I don't use ginger root that much. I should use this color more. That's why I can never remember the name of this damn color. Anyway, let's put this color back in the middle again. We already did it once, but let's blend it into the magenta color. Some magic really happens when you blend this ginger root into the magenta. It like blends it out really nice and leaves like this pretty pinky glow. I love it. And this is just a light pressure, you know. That looks cool. I love it. Just going over this with a light pressure. And every time I'm going over this light pressure, I just want to make it look a little bit smoother. Same thing with the face. I'm just going to go back over the face just a little bit. Cool. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up to the face area, and I'm going to go ahead and right here there's a little bit of magenta, and I'm going to bring out a cheek, some blush, the pencil. Nice little blushy cheek. I'm going to take this ginger root and kind of blend into it a little bit so that it blends into the face just a little bit. I still want it to be a pretty blushy looking cheek, so I want it to stand out, but I want it to blend the edges of it just a little bit. So very light pressure going around that. That looks good. And then I'm going to take this here and I'm going to, I got to put my glasses on, do a little bit of shading on this nose. Here. Okay, there we go. I think that looks good. Just add a little bit more of this here. The cheek. That looks good. And then we need to do lips and eyes. So let's do that next. And welcome to the next part, because I'm sure it has now, my video has transferred to another video. I think that looks so cool, you guys. Okay, I'm very excited. Okay, and normally what I do is I'll play around with things to make sure they work before I make a video, and I'm getting braver. This is my first time trying this color combination on skin. I didn't play around first and then do this. I'm doing this in real time, real action right now with you. So it was a little bit scary because I'm like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but if the video was a complete, fail, I could just not do the video, so no major. Okay, it's only colored pencils. Calm down, Angela. Okay, so let's do some watercolor. I love to do use watercolor for the eyes. What color eye do we want to do? Do I want to do a green eye, which I always do? I love a green eye. I think that might really pop with all of this. I love to do purple eyes too. I love to do blue eyes. I think a green eye is going to be... A green eye always pops. So let's try a green eye. If it doesn't work out, it's watercolor. We can always dab it out and remove the watercolor. So let me get a brush. There we go. Oh, I'm using Jane Davenport's watercolor palette. You guys, the other watercolor palette you guys can get is by Master's Touch. If you're looking, because this one's like 30 bucks. I used the coupon, so I got it for 50. Well, I used the coupon, and I think I bought it for, like, it came out to like 17. But for like $12 with the coupon, it'd only be $6. There's a watercolor set called Master's Touch at Hobby Lobby, and for $6 you can pick it up. And you guys, the colors are gorgeous. You can get a lot of colors in a palette. The palette's about this big. I'm trying to look for that palette and I'm not seeing it. Not sure where the heck I put it. I need to find it because it's another one of my favorite palettes. It's really weird that I can't find it. Okay, I'll look for it for next time, but just keep that in mind. Hobby Lobby, Master's Touch, with a coupon, you'll spend like $6. Yeah, it's not just right here. Now, my favorite watercolors really are the Jane Davenport. I love them. I use them all the time. You guys always see me using them. I do love them. I love all of her stuff. If you want to get the watercolor palette, okay, I think she still sells the watercolor palette. Her line that looks like makeup, for some reason, Michaels isn't going to carry that anymore. I'm not sure what the heck happened. Thank God the things I wanted, I doubled or tripled up on. Just for that reason, I had a feeling. I'm like, what if she stops making this stuff? And I love it. So I built up my stash of her stuff, so I'll have it for a long time in case somebody else doesn't pick up her line of art supplies that look like the makeup products. Anyway. But anyway, the watercolors are still there at Michael's. So if you want these watercolors, you can get them. With a coupon, this palette will probably cost you around $15, $16, something like that. Okay. That looks good. I'm trying to think of what color I should do her lips. I'm thinking if I should, you know, we'll do her lips bright. I'm going to use this color over here of Jane's. It's called Fairy Tale, of course. I'm going to put some Fairy Tale here. Of course, I'd like a color that's called Fairy Tale. We'll let that dry. Okay, and we'll line that with some processed red for the lip liner. And then let's go ahead and get my dryer out and blow dry all this. I would like to try this technique on the skin with these things, with these palette pastels by Dane Downport. So we will try this again with the pastels. But I know a lot of people have Prismacolor pencils. Jane Davenport also has pencils, which those would be fabulous. So I thought, you know what, let me start doing some stuff with some pencil so that people can use their pencils, because I shade all the time and color skin with these because I love them. But I love pencils too. So, okay. So now that's dry. So now let's do some shading in the eye here. I need to find the right green. Is this the green? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use grass green and I'm going to use chartreuse. Chartreuse is one of my favorite colors. Okay, I'm going to put some deeper of this green color right up in here. Okay, and then let's blend it out with the blender. I had a little processed red on my blender pencil, so kind of rub your blender pencil and get the other colors off of there. That's what I just did. Okay. Okay. And I'm just blending that green into the chartreuse, or into that watercolor. Not the chartreuse. Not the chartreuse yet. And leaving that center open right there. And then I'm going to take the chartreuse and just blend it out like this. And that just really blends all the colors together and really creates a beautiful green eye. And I might take a little bit, because I have it out, a little bit of a dark green and just right in the corner of the eye, just deepen it a little bit more with that. Just a little bit. Right in the crux. There's another color just to deepen a little bit. Yeah. That looks cool. You can barely tell. It just adds a little bit of extra. It adds a little extra something to it. So I like that. We need to give her some eyeshadow. For the eyeshadow, I am going to use, let me look at my time situation, make sure you guys are still there. Yeah. For the eyeshadow, I am going to use I love me just making these decisions on the fly. You know what I think? Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, got it. I want to use, I'm going to put this magenta color on the outside, which matches her skin, which I think is, and it matches her cheek, which I think is going to look good. So everything's in the same shades around. So let's put this. I'm using Jane's pastel palette. It's the lit up one, and it's made to look like an eyeshadow palette. Isn't that so cool? Okay, and then see this blue color right there? You could, if you only had pencil, just use the pencil. You can use the processed red here and then the blue pencil into here and then blend them together. But I want to use these. And then I'm going to use, I think, this color right here. It's a purpley blue right here. Oh, it's actually purple. Do I want that? Let me see. Oh yeah, that looks cool. Never mind. It's a purpley blue. I thought it was more blue than purple, but it's more purple than blue, which is fine. That looks cool. So we'll just go ahead and use that. I like that. Do I? Yes, I do. Cool. Like I said, you could have, if you didn't have those pastel palette, you could still just take the blue that you just used. You could take this color here, the processed red, go like this. You could take this blue that's in there for the shading here and then just make that a part of the eyeshadow and then blend those two together with a blender pencil. So, just to let you know that you could have done that. Just looking at what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to pause you guys for just a second. I got to go run something out to the mailbox. Okay, we're back. Okay. So we're almost finished with these two sessions, and then I'll talk about it in a second. Let's fill in, oh, with my black pencil. With my black pencil, I'm going to just fill in the eyeball, make it darker. It loses some of its blackness from the watercolor originally, and pencil and everything else that hits it. And then, let me see if I turn this sideways so you guys can still see. Yeah. Then I want to redefine around the eye. Make that a lot thicker and bigger. I want to redefine the line on the bottom to be a lot heavier. Okay, I'm just going to redefine this line just a little bit. And then I want to come through and just go right over the eyelashes and redefine those a little bit. And I'm just kind of going over the ones that are already there. Add a couple of extra new ones. Okay. Okay, that looks good. And we need to take the processed red, and we're going to line the lips with the processed red, just like lip liner. It's Go all the way around. Remember, we put that watercolor down first. And you're just going to line it like lips, like lip liner. And then take your blender. Get that green off of there. I don't want green on my red, on my magenta lips. And then blend, just blend it into the watercolor. That looks pretty. And then let's throw some highlights on. I need a liner brush. And I need some white paint. We need to throw highlights on. We're almost done with this part. Okay, so I'm going to put a catch light in the eye here, put a catch light there, another catch light there. I'm going to put a little catch light right here on the cheek. I'm going to put a catch light on the lips here. I'm going to put a catch light over here on the nose and on the base of the tip of the nose. And then I want to fairy dust her eyes. And what I mean by that is just put little dots. You guys know I fairy dust all of my mixed media backgrounds, so I also like to fairy dust the eyelashes. But I do them one fairy dust at a time. Don't splatter it like I splatter like when I do my mixed media backgrounds. Okay, and then I'm going to do it right here on the line of the eye. Just because I think it looks cool. That looks good. I might throw a little highlight right here on the skin. Yeah, I like that. All right, that looks really, really cool. I hope you guys like that. That's a new technique for me as far as using these colors to shade. I'm really loving it. I think this turned out really cool. Hope you guys like it. Learned something new. I know I did. Let me see how much time we have on this. Okay, so we're still good for time. Let me come out just a little bit so you guys can see. But close enough. There we go. So I love how she came out. So then when we come back, what we're going to work on is I'm going to go ahead and have like most of this hair done, but we'll be able to spend like, you know, 15-20 minutes on the hair, because what I do on the hair, it's the same little thing over and over and over and over, and it takes time. So we'll come back, we'll do the hair. I'll have most of the fairy wings done, but there'll be something left for us to do on the fairy wings together. And we'll get the braid done and her clothing done. We'll touch some of the sky, and I'll probably do some of this, like I said, off camera, but we'll touch on everything so you can see the techniques I'm using. That's what I'm trying to say. Let me blend this together a little bit more. Okay, so that is it for now. If you haven't signed up for our magical little place, it's a Facebook group where you can share your artwork, and it doesn't matter what you're into. If you're into mixed media, awesome. If you're into crocheting, knitting, spinning, junk journaling, art journaling, whatever you're into, I think all of us as artists, I'd love for you to come over and join. It's called Our Little Magical Place. The link is below. It says I have two Facebooks. One is my own personal Facebook page. The other one says Facebook, and it says group. So choose the Facebook group. And that is it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up, that'd be great. Any comments or questions, link below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. And we will finish her up, and then we'll get her placed into the background, okay? And finish up the collage on the other page. So this is going to be a nice, little bit long series, but fun. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye.